Look how outrageous this is. He's literally using a bus to tow a speedboat. That guy's crazy. That is just ridiculous. Yo lads and lassies, welcome back to the YouTube. So today, doing a bit of a different video because I feel like this is something everyone want to know, and considering I'm in California with Centurion, we thought we'd do a video on how a boat's actually made from start to finish, like kind of the different steps. So I've got Travis here who's going to help me out. He's, what do you do?
Production manager.
Production manager, so he knows start to finish what goes on. So we'll get a few clips and hopefully enjoy. I'm going to interrupt myself there, and basically because I think it's too complicated the way I've done it, and I think it's better explaining how to make a boat in layman terms. So I'm going to kind of voice over a little bit and explain like the main components to putting a boat together and what it entails and everything like that, as opposed to going super into detail. So the first thing that I thought was fascinating is everything's built separate, and like every component, every locker, every part is built separately and then put together. So much so that they actually build the bottom boat, like the hull and the mold and all that, separate to the top of the boat, and then they stick it together. But I'll explain that in a minute. But starting into it, so they get the mold, and then afterwards they basically spray the fiberglass on using like this shooting gun thing. Then what they do with that is they roll that on and effectively then really get into all the corners, making sure it's as smooth as possible. So the last bit to do with the kind of mold and the hull and all that is like this vacuum system, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't really know what it does. I think it like compresses the fiberglass to the mold or something like that. I could be completely wrong, and I'm sorry if I am. But what's really interesting is this vacuum system, like kind of technology, it's not used by a whole lot of other manufacturers, and it's like way more efficient, way less wastage, so it's so much better for the environment. So I thought that was pretty cool to add in there, even though I don't fully know what it is. The next bit is the upholstery. This is where they kind of put the seats together and everything like that. It's kind of done with a mixture of machines and also hand cut by skilled professionals. The next part is where they actually bring the hull to the assembly line, and effectively at the assembly line, this is where they put the whole boat together and get it ready to get shipped. That makes more sense. So first they do the bottom half, and what that is they literally just carpet the whole boat. They put on any attachments like prop shafts, anything that they can before they actually go and put the whole thing together. They then put together any wiring that they can from the bottom, and then of course the engine goes in, and that's kind of like one of the main components, as anyone would imagine. Next up, it is the top half, and effectively this is literally the top half of the boat. I'm not even exaggerating or making that sound more complicated than it is. It's like bottom half, top half. So on the top half, the first thing that they do is they add in any wiring, fit out the dashes, kind of add in any seats that they actually can in advance, any upholsteries or anything like that. Boom shakalaka. The next thing they do is they merge the top with the bottom, which literally is actually crazy. That was the most fascinating part for me, the whole thing, is that they actually build it that separate. The last few stages are a matter of just adding in the flooring, adding in any extra seats, all the speakers, things like that. Then they whack on the tower, and then they go and they test on the water. Once it passes all like the kind of water tests and making sure it's safe and making sure it's running sweet, they then bring it back in, they give it a nice wash, get it spick and span for the customer, and then wrap it up, and it's ready to go shipping. So that is me, who knows nothing about making boats, my version of what I saw today. I could be completely wrong, and if I am, anyone in Centurion, I'm so sorry. But massive thank you to Travis for taking the time and kind of teaching me about it. I did learn so much that I had no idea about before today. But yeah, there's also one or two more things I want to show you. Alright, so thank you so much to Travis for taking the time. But there's one more person you have to meet. This is Shell. She is the Centurion mom.
Hi guys, just love meeting David, and I cannot believe I get to physically touch him.
Shell, you're the team manager here, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And she is the nicest lady I've ever met in my whole life. Shell is a legend. And speaking of legends, I actually want to shout out a kid called Braxton. He's 14 years of age today. I want to first of all wish you a massive happy birthday, but also I want to say respect my man, because Braxton is 14 years of age and he has basically a really rare form of brain cancer. And he's one of the lads and lassies. He watches the YouTube, and one of his family members reached out to me to just ask could I do a shout out, and of course I will, because he's such a legend. Apparently his attitude is amazing. He's positive. He's going to see this thing. He's going to fight it, and I respect that massively. So Braxton, happy birthday. Respect to you. I'm going to send you a lads and lassies t-shirt. It's not much, but it's all I can do from Ireland. So all the best. I want to wish you the best in your recovery. Moving on, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure, I know this video is a bit random, a bit different, but I thought I really enjoy watching those like documentaries, how it's made and stuff. So I thought a lot of the people on the YouTube might also be quite intrigued. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with some normal videos soon, some wakeboarding. I've also got some pretty sick car stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So yeah, actually we've got so much stuff coming up. I forgot, we're going to Surf Expo, we're going to Costa Rica. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.